Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Josh, this is Aaron, and today we're going to be looking at Ravnica Allegiance pre-release kits.
Yeah, so we know you guys are excited for that Commander footage that we promised you, and we swear it's coming, I swear. But these aren't typically available over the counter, you know? These kits you can normally only get at the pre-release event, but I stumbled into a couple of spare copies. Not saying where from, but we just wanted to pick them up, get some more content out to you guys, and talk a little bit about what this pre-release event is all about, and why you should probably look at going to the next one, so.
Cool.
So, maybe we'll kick it off with, let's say, well, you had the last video. Yeah, we'll kick it off with me opening some packs first. I'm going to be opening the Simic kit, and I don't want you seeing what's inside my box, but...
Sure, let's take it if you want.
Nah, get out here, no, nothing fighting you, bud. Go on, get lost.
Buggy you.
Take that mat with you
too. Take my mat as well.
Now he's gone, guys, let's get to work, okay? So I've got this Simic pre-release pack that I'm going to open first. And just to give you guys a heads up, if you haven't attended a pre-release before, maybe you're considering going to your first one when the next set rolls around. These are gilded sets at the minute, so what's going to happen is it's going to have a gilded booster pack inside containing cards exclusively from the Simic guild, that's blue and green. It'll contain, I think it's 5 other boosters then, and the idea is that you open them all, you build a sealed deck of 40 cards, or more, but typically 40 cards from the cards you get in your pool. And then depending on, you know, the store you're playing at, you'll end up playing a Swiss style tournament, best of 3, maybe a prize structure at the end. But these are super casual events, you know, they're not overly competitive. It's all about seeing the new cards, having a bit of fun and playing in that sealed environment. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's open these packs up first, see what I pull, and look at putting a deck together so we can beat Josh, yeah? So here we got it, guys. We've got the Simic box, Ravnica Allegiance pre-release pack, ages 13 and up, forget about that one. Mutation, Evolution, Progress. Great, so let's see what we got here then. And there we got it. Starts off with a D20, handy in that environment. Being able to play pre-release, keep track of your life total. I didn't get one of these at my actual pre-release event. I played Gruul, so maybe I know a little bit about what Josh is going to have in store for me. This is going to be my seeded booster, which I am going to look to open last. So, don't know what the pre-release card's going to be. Let me set that to one side. Cracking the first pack, come on then. Now I typically skip through all of the janky stuff if I was doing a box or a pack opening for you, but some of these commons and uncommons might be relevant when we're actually building. So lockets can actually be pretty good in sealed play. Gives you a little bit of mana ramping, some card draw especially is going to be pretty important. And a breeding pool, sick! Excellent first rare there. I actually needed one of these for a standard deck anyway. Absolutely thrilled with that. Nice, off to a good start. First pack, got ourselves a Shockland. So second pack. Guys, I'm thrilled. We got that Shockland right away. Amazing. Frenzied Arynx. This is an absolute bomb, I think, in sealed. 4-drop, 3/3 with Riot, Trample, and you can mana sink 6 into it to give it +3/+0 till end of turn. So that Riot mechanic was especially good in my pre-release. You know, send your creatures in big or send them in fast, give them a counter or haste. That's going to be pretty good. Final payment, so building a sealed deck, whether it's sealed or in draft, removal is key, so there's an additional cost to either pay 5 life or sack a creature in enchantment, destroy target creature. And then end raise Forerunners, so there's our rare, so it's for 8 So it's for 8 mana there, a 7/7, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, and when it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and Vigilance till end of turn, and Trample, sorry, until end of turn. So for 8 mana, that's a bit of a bomb in sealed. Next pack. Not a particularly valuable rare that enters Forerunners, but you know, it's not always about the value of the stuff you get in the packs of the pre-release, it's the whole experience of the event, in my opinion, you know. An Aeromunculus, especially if we lean into these Simic colours because of the guild pack. You know, a 2/3 for 3 with flying and evasive creatures important in a sealed environment. You know, mana dump forward to give it a counter as well, that could be pretty important for us. And then Absorb, nice, excellent counter magic in this next set with Absorb. Counter target spell, you gain 3 life for those Azorius or Esper players, you know. Gaining 3 life is absolutely crucial against all that mono red stuff we've seen floating around MTG Arena, so. Another pack. Another opportunity. So the Zertar Goblin for 2 mana to 2/2 with Riot, solid in those Gruul aggro builds. Play set with those in Constructed if you can manage it. Acrobat, and then Lavinia Azorius Renegade, great. Oh, and a foil Children of that. So nice to get a foil. Bulk foil, not worth much. Lavinia though, I'm not looking to play Esper or Azorius colours in the next set myself, but this guy, each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls. That's pretty solid. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. So it looks like that's shutting down a lot of that Convoke mechanic, maybe, that we saw in the last set with Selesnya. Another solid rare by there, pretty happy so far, guys. So, oh, come on. There it is. Sweet. Great, so we've got here a light up the stage. This is especially important for those mono red aggro players. 3 mana, or you can spectacle it for 1, so you cast it for its spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if an opponent's lost life that turn. Exile top 2 cards of your library, and until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. And Captive Audience. Now, not that I'm not thrilled to get a mythic, but it's probably not the best mythic in the set, is it? 7 mana, Captive Audience enters the battlefield under the control of an opponent of your choice. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. So over 3 turns, your opponent's life total is likely to become 4. They discard a hand, and each of their opponents creates 5 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. So a little bit of a janky mythic for playing in Standard, but certainly might see some Commander play. Now then, we have got the sealed booster. We haven't taken a look at that promo yet, so that date stamp promo that everyone gets. Great, so it's backwards, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one there, which should be the promo. I'm going to put it down there. We'll take a look at that one last, okay? So let's get rid of this and flip this over. Nice, I'm so happy I didn't that one up. Incubation Incongruity, not very common for Simic colours to get removal, but Incongruity for 3 mana, exile target creature, and that creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. So this is pretty cool to see in Simic colours. I mean, in Constructed play for Standard, I'd much rather be dealing with a 3/3 frog than than a phoenix, you know. And the promo. Now, let's have a look here. Promo. You know, fingers crossed, guys. If we manage to hide like crisis, I would be bouncing. But what do you reckon? Oh, crap, dude. Nice. Growth Chamber Guardian. This is sick. I needed a 4th of these for my constructed deck anyway. You can see that there. Pre-release event date stamped 19th to 20th of January 2019. Now this guy is super consistent. Yeah. Elf Crab Warrior. He's a 2/2 bear. You can adapt 2 for 3. And whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Growth Chamber Guardian, you may search your library for a card named Growth Chamber Guardian, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your library. So, you know, turn 2 play this, turn 3 maybe adapt it. You've got a 4/4 dude that's just replaced himself in your hand, giving some card advantage. Nice, I'm really happy with that one, guys. So yes, there's our packs. Pretty happy with that overall, guys. Great, excellent, guys. So now we finished cracking those packs. Let's take a look at this little build that I've got going on and see if it's going to be good enough going up against whatever Josh is going to build. So starting off early, I've got more 2 and 3 drops than anything else. I want to make that curve nice and quick, get some threats on the board. I'm a little bit concerned. Josh is building Gruul. I'd expect some of his creatures are going to come in bigger than mine with that riot mechanic. So I've splashed a little bit of red and I've gone for a bit of a team of creatures build. I've got the early stuff there, like the Zertar Goblin, and for like just an early threat, the Combine Guild Mage that hopefully is going to be able to put some counters on stuff as the game goes on. You know, maybe match up a little bit to the bigger threats I'm expecting Josh to have. Simic colours struggle a little bit for removal, so I'm running a copy of the Quench, as well as Incubation Incongruity. Exile a creature, keep stuff out of the graveyard if that's relevant. Quench maybe just to counter something straight up. Coming then to my 3 drops, I've already mentioned this earlier on, that Aeromunculus, 2/3 flyer that I can mana sink into and make him a bit bigger. Hopefully if he is playing Gruul creatures and they're low to the ground but big, you know, I want to try to go over the top of them and fly and maybe do my damage in the air. I am hoping with a little bit of ramp I got going on in here, whether it's the Gaia Engineer, the Simic Locket, or even that Growth Spiral, you know, I might be able to ramp a little bit quicker. I guess one of my bigger guys down on the board earlier than Josh and take advantage there. And I'm topping out the end of my curve then with things like the Rubble Belt Recluse, Rumbling Ruin, Rampaging Rendhorn, and that Endrace Forerunners. I was absolutely thrilled to get that Growth Chamber card in the pack, but without being able to replace itself, I don't think it's as viable maybe in a sealed environment. To hit more than one of those would have been, Christ, that would have been bloody lucky, eh? I'm going to use the Gateway Plaza to fix some of my mana. I've got the 2 Gruul Guildgates, a Simic Guildgate, and the Breeding Pool, and then I'm going to go in with 3 colours of basic then too. Yeah, hopefully fly over the top of Josh, get away from those big riotty, hasty fellas he's maybe going to have with Gruul, and see what I can do. Me and Josh go back to when we were kids playing card games. I'm quite excited to see what goes down day after next, eh? So, thanks for sticking around. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. You're going to see Josh open his Gruul pre-release pack, put his deck together. Of course, the day after that then is the big showdown between me and him. So if you like what you're watching, guys, remember to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.